Hey guys, hey. Don't mind this. I just got a huge sort of push to come over and do a quick collective. So I am listening, and I don't usually go for this deck, but it was calling to me, so here we are. Oh my god, that's too many. I'll take the one. Oh god. Okay, no wonder. So, you might be worried about, okay, I don't know about worried, but I think it's come to your attention that you've got some people watching you, talking shit about you. You might, something flipped. Something flipped? What is it? Oh, okay. So, it's probably come to your attention recently or now, or you're finding this out as we speak, that you've got some like impersonator, someone who's really copying you, who really wants to be you while they talk shit, mind you, because they've really been doing their homework. This is someone that you're not really interested in. Like, I don't know if it's romantic or just as a person in general, like friendship. I think they have some shitty habits that is not really. Oh, I don't usually do this one either. That's not really. So they try to keep their shit in the dark, basically. But you're already onto them. It's not somebody who you're necessarily interested in. Is that romantic or is this friendship? Oh, you might have ended a relationship. Okay, so this looks like someone who's really doing their research on you, almost kind of like I said, an impersonator of you. And I think that they may have given you a love offer. I don't think you, but I think you shut it down because I've got a very hard card over. You're like, no. So I don't think that was anything that was, you weren't interested in it. I think partly because you thought they were total sketch, and I think they have really shitty habits. So, and I mean by shitty habits, I mean like addictions and just doing shit in the dark and wearing a mask. They're just not who they say they are. Oh, maybe that's partly. So it could be either they're impersonating you or they are an impersonator. Like who you meet is their representative. It's not really them. Because they do a lot of shit in the dark. And they really do their research on people, though. So maybe that's why then they come back and you meet their new representative. Oh, that's... It does look like they were really interested in you, but you were not. I think there was something that never sat right with you, besides maybe their lifestyle was not necessarily something that sat well with you, but not just that. It looks like you probably always had like a gut instinct to not trust them, and you can't build off anything like that. But you just don't seem too interested. They don't do it for you. So, and I think the biggest part is, one, I think this person's very two-faced. So, and I think that was another turnoff for you. You didn't like that. One, they, like I said, the shitty habits, which could be addictions or, well, it's usually, but they also sort of were the two-faced kind that act one way to someone's face. And I think you witnessed this or heard about it or something. Like you're in the know of it. And then they turn around and talk shit about the person. Just not authentic, wearing the mask. plays all sides. An impersonator. Horse shit. Oh God. Yeah. Okay, they're fully in it. Dude, that's a lot of fucking cards, but we can do that. All right. I don't know what you. Okay. Okay, so okay, got it. I guess I needed all those cards. So clarifying over like the addictions, the bad habits, we just had the devil card just come popping out, which is, yeah, just affirms that. And I think that you probably were in their eyes like their 10 of cups, their 10 of pentacles, like the ultimate, because they just see you glowing up and they see you kind of living your best life. And they, I think, really admired that about you, but in a toxic way, so that they were sort of trying to emulate that in their own way. But they also really wanted to be with you. That is you know, the thing when someone who loves you but also wants to compete with you is so, it's just comes from a place of just damage and trauma and just not getting through it yet, right? And not facing it. And maybe they will. I mean, it kind of looks like they probably will. Not yet. But this isn't going to stop you. In fact, this kind of looks like it propels you into your next phase of life, like in a really positive. Because I think what you have, for them, you were like the big love offer. You were their ultimate. You were the ultimate goal for them. So I don't know if this person maybe was around for a long time and really wanted to be with you, or if this person was just someone maybe in the background and you never noticed, and then bam, there they are. But I tell you, they've got some pretty gnarly habits. They do a lot of shit in the dark. I think I've said that like 12 times, but just to make a point, they really, they live in their trauma for sure. That's where they kind of make their decisions from, is in a wounded place. And that's not to say this person's like the worst person ever, total fuckhead, but right now they look pretty damn toxic. And even seeing you as like their goal of what they would like, but they come at it all just toxic as hell. Like they just come at you in a really unhealthy way. And not just that too, maybe addictions is something that you might struggle with, and so they play on that and just sort of don't help you. Maybe if you're trying to be like, okay, I'm gonna drink and smoke less, or you know, whatever. I don't know if I can say that. Are they gonna be like, whatever, you know what is this better? So I don't know if that's something that maybe you struggle with as well, and instead of maybe helping you live more of a healthy lifestyle like you're wanting to, or encourage you for something that was important to you, it looks like they would just jump right in the pit with you, you know, or encourage you to get, you know, into bad habits with them, or to feed that. So, but it looks like you saw through that. You're not going to put up with any of that. You weren't interested. I don't think that it was doing it for you, because I think their toxicity you could see really clearly. It wasn't working for you at all. I don't think you liked the way that they sort of did the impersonator thing. I don't think that did it for you, the two-faced. And I think it looks like maybe you attempted to, try to be open, but too much for you at that. It just was, it didn't fit, and the toxic stuff is not the direction you want to go in, and they haven't grown enough to meet you where you're at. So I think that right now it looks like, and they might have a real possessive part to them, and that could be in anything, any type of relationship too. There's friends can be really over possessive, and love interest, all of that. So that might be part of their personality, just to tie this in for you. And it just looks like, probably when you were able to say this, though, you probably felt a great weight lift from you. That's what that looks like. And you, even if it was like you didn't want to hurt feelings or anything like that, I don't know that it was necessarily heartbreaking for you. It doesn't look like that. But you might not, it's never fun to tell someone, hey, I'm not into it or whatever. But it doesn't look like it broke you, like broke your heart. It just looks like, it's never fun to tell somebody no. And, I mean, sometimes it is, but that's not what this looks like. But I think if they were in a healthier place, if they were more authentic, you might entertain the idea. But I don't think you're willing to give up where you stand, how you value life, your own values, your own core beliefs, which is good, for the love of shit. But I'm like, don't give up any of that. So this looks like you held your ground and you put you first, and that is exactly what you're supposed to do. And from that, what it looks like is that rewards are on their way to you, because it puts you as like ascending. So basically you just, checked off a test or I'm going to say test. That's a word that keeps popping in my head. Sort of like, you just pass the gauntlet, or however that saying is. I probably went Harry Potter there, sorry. So I think that you made the right choice, and until this person can get out of the toxic soup they're just swimming around in, and maybe stop stalking, that'd be helpful, and take the mask off, be authentic. You did the right choice by getting the fuck away from this person, because this is not someone who's necessarily healthy. It doesn't mean that they don't want to be or anything, but as of now, right now, reading this, they're definitely not. You did the right thing. For shizzle. Okay. Have an awesome day. I hope this was helpful for you. I'll see you later.